Pinkies up. What is up, everyone? Good evening. So I know we've got a bunch of people here in the chat hanging out with us. I got my good buddies here, Johnny and Jason, or as some of you call him, Jay. That's fine too. So we watched a lot of Criterions this month, or at least I did. There were Criterion flash sales. There were great announcements. But there's always great announcements for Criterion. But I think there was something that people have been waiting a long time for. A very long out of print title was announced. So I'm super hyped for Criterion going into the late spring and early summer. What about you guys?
I'm always excited about some Criterions. I got to admit, I'm a poor Criterion fan. I don't think I've bought a Criterion collection film in 2026. I don't think I've bought one since the last Barnes & Noble sale. And as you gentlemen know, that was November of 25.
Well, we got one coming up in July of 26, and that's the one that gives you time to marinate because you can pick up 2 here and 2 there, and maybe build up a little stack.
Johnny Criterion is about to bend me over that month.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just ream me.
You can ask Johnny. I taught him my trick. I start buying $25 Barnes & Noble gift cards right now.
Yep.
Every $25 card you get is a Criterion 4K. And if you've got some reward points, you've already got your shipping taken care of, except you'll get free shipping anyways, if you buy enough of them. So I go ahead. I basically pre-order my sale movies now because there's going to be things that are going to go out within like the first 5 minutes. Yeah. Johnny has experienced that before.
Yep. Yes, I have.
I'm a little psychotic. I like going to the store. Like the nearest, I've got 2 Barnes & Nobles. I go north 45 minutes. There's a Barnes & Noble. I go south 45 minutes. There's a Barnes & Noble. But either way, I got to drive 45 minutes. And I still do. I'm like, yes, today's the day. I'm going to go get lunch at the Chick-fil-A and go into the Barnes & Noble, make a little day, take myself on like a little date. I'm going to buy myself a movie because I just like to see what they got in the store,
I mean, I love going to the store. It's about a 2-hour drive for me in any which direction I go to get to my nearest Barnes & Noble.
2 hours?
Yeah, it takes me 2 hours. So I usually like to just order online, and I'll do an order at the beginning of the month, like right at the beginning, because there's new release stuff or things that have come out in the last few months. A lot of people buy March to June releases in July.
Yeah.
During the 50%. So I know I'm not the only one. So if there's some really hot titles I want to get, I try to get those basically at midnight, or at noon, depending on whenever Barnes & Noble starts it. Some of them are at noon, some of them are at midnight.
I'm so backlogged. I'm still buying Kurosawa 4Ks that were released in like 2023. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is the year I'm going to get Yojimbo and Sanjuro on 4K,
Yeah, well, I mean,
I don't need the new shit.
But we got things like the Hood trilogy, and there's some things in that box that have been locked on DVD for a hot minute. Like, I'm ready to upgrade my baby boy, and I mean, we already got Boys in the Hood on 4K, but it's Criterion, so
yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't buy the Sony steelbook of Boys in the Hood either. So
me neither.
For me, this is going to be the first time buying Boys in the Hood. However, if it's sold out when I go into Barnes & Noble, that's fine. I got a deep enough backlog. I got the Long Good Friday, Peeping Tom 4K. I haven't got.
It ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, I was going to say it'll be around in November or whenever. If I don't catch it in July, I'll catch it in November. I have just such a massive such a stack, such a backlog. I haven't got Eyes Wide Shut 4K yet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I've been watching quite a bit of mine where it was a little tricky for me to pick my stack of 5 for this month because I've been watching them. So, but see, I buy a stack of like 10 at a time, and then I watch like 2 a month up to 5 months, and then I've already watched all the ones I bought.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, I sometimes have been known to sit on Criterion Collection films for
20 years.
A couple of decades. One of the Criterions that I watched. You remember last month? One of the Criterions I watched, I have had since 2000 and I think I got it as a Christmas gift from my mother, and I finally took the shrink wrap off of it to watch it just in time for Easter. And look at this. Look what I found inside this thing. 2004 Criterion Collection brochure.
Shit.
So
Love it.
it's this is an old one, and it was still wrapped on my shelf last month when we did this thing. I unwrapped it. I've been sitting on my shelf since 04, 05.
And that was before they did degassing. So you don't have any, you didn't have any film or anything in there, did you?
Nope.
It just opened right up and
not.
smelled like 20 years ago plastic.
Yeah.
Did it smell like 2004 in there?
Smelled like 2004, yeah. Smelled like I was a broke college kid with hopes and dreams, and still slept past 6 in the morning. No kids, shit.
Hell yeah. All right. So we're going to pop into the chat real quick because we got quite a bit of people in here tonight joining us. Starting with my mom. She has been a member for 17 months. I love that. 17 is my lucky number. So I love seeing that. I got to move that for a moment. Okay.
Do you want to know what my lucky number is?
What's is it a 6 and a 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought.
I mean,
Booyah! 69. All my favorites in one room. Good evening, Tiana. Another great channel member.
Tiana kind of likes movies.
Tiana
she
loves
might.
She's like okay on movies. She's like warm on movies.
Well, Kino did make her an official Kino girl, so
Yep.
Oh,
she does have that.
I want to be a Kino girl when I grow up.
Me too. Wouldn't that be great?
Yep.
We got Corey up in here. What's up, dude? Thanks for
What
popping
up,
in.
Corey? My mom's dog is named Corey, and I could kick that fucking thing. That dog would always be. It's a little like dachshund mix. And we were just in Florida visiting my mom. That's why we didn't do this any sooner, guys. Everybody out there in the world watching this, it's my fault we didn't do this a week ago because I was out of town visiting my mother. And that little dog likes to yip at my kids and like growl and snarl at them and stuff. And I'm like, you bite one, like you nip one of my kids one time, and it's over, dog. I'm putting you in the microwave. That dog. Every time she starts growling and yipping at one of my kids, I'm like,
What the hell are you getting into?
in Florida. All I got to do is throw him in the pond in the backyard, and he's gator food.
April's getting into my snacks over here.
We got Jerry in here. What is up, dude? Uncharted Tombs. Go check him out. He does some video game content over there.
Ooh.
We got 4K Tent Revival. Our dude Brad. What is up this evening, dude?
What's up, Brad?
Let's see. We got Excelsior movie reviews. Our good boy Steven here. He absolutely loves Criterion just as much as us.
Yes, he does.
If you like
We need to
Criterion
get a guest on
content
this
and
show
you're
that
not
hates
subscribed
Criterion.
to him, you should go subscribe to him right now and just search Criterion. You're going to find a slew of great videos and lots of really good recommendations. Some of my best Criterion movies were recommended by Steve. Let's see. We got where's it at? Where'd she go? We got Sarah in the house. Good evening, Sarah.
What's up, Sarah?
All right. And I think we are all caught up on the chat. And we will put a pin in that. We will get back in a little bit to that. All right. So what did you guys get this month? Did you guys get Criterions at all? I mean, I know, Jason, you said you ain't bought none in a minute.
I have not bought any since 2025. I feel like they're gonna make me get my Criterion, the tramp stamp on my lower back tattoo. They're gonna make me get rid of my Criterion tramp stamp.
Oh man, we're gonna have to break your pinky. So yeah, I ordered from Criterion, and It's like a very poppy video on my channel right now. So
Yep.
if you haven't seen it yet, please go watch it. It's probably one of the best videos I've had in a long time. Probably because I said some cuss words and threw some shit. So
Yep. Yep.
that'll get you clicks every time.
I think the thumbnail is really what worked too, because you're like, I'm done with Criterion. I was like, oh shit, what did they do? Like the clickbait even worked on me. I was like, oh, I gotta watch this right away. What did they do to Jeff, man? What's going on? Like,
And it wasn't 24 hours later. I'm like, yo guys, you guys want to do our Criterion stream on Monday? And I make the thumbnail and I put it up on my channel. It's like, let's see how fast that kills that video. And it didn't. So I thought maybe it would be like, oh, he ain't really done with him. Look at him streaming and talking about him. But so I'll go ahead and spoil that video for everybody that's live here this evening. You guys already know because I talked about it last time, but I did get Pee-wee and Killers of the Flower Moon.
nice.
I haven't watched Killers of the Flower Moon yet, but I did watch Pee-wee like 2 nights ago. Holy crap! This was like one of the best looking 4Ks I think I've ever seen. Like, and the pull out art in this, like the essay is the map from the movie. Like when you open it all up, yeah, it's sick. So you guys want to see it?
Yeah. Yeah, Jeff, pull it out. Let us see it.
I would love to see you pull out, bro.
But yeah, it's like the
Just
map
pull out
on there. So, but this was like a beautiful 4K. Like, of course, his bike is red and 4K they just get along. They just go hand in hand.
It just
But
pops.
this is like a very colorful movie, and it's just color pop the whole time you're watching it. I'm so glad that Criterion started putting HDR and Dolby Vision on their discs, because when the first few 4Ks didn't even have HDR on them.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they've decided to move up in the world a bit on that. Something else that I got was I got this from Grindhouse Video. I thought $20 was pretty decent for a Criterion Blu-ray, low spine number, and I'm pretty sure, Jason, you may have talked about this one before because it's a 30s movie, and I know you like 30s movies.
Ooh, hit me.
Yeah, it is Alfred Hitchcock's The Lady Vanishes.
Ah, great film, great movie.
I've never seen it.
Released.
So I've never seen it. I'm still pretty green behind the ears with his film. So I'm pretty excited to check it out. I have seen an earlier one.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Everybody knows Psycho. Everybody knows The Birds. Everybody knows North by Northwest. But some of his earlier stuff he was making, I think that was not even an American film. I think he made that one in England. That was a British film.
Yep.
And that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, it's on a train.
Not as good as the 39 Steps, in my opinion. I like The Lady Vanishes, but the 39 Steps is.
Now, I like The Lodger. Have you seen The Lodger? That one's on Criterion as well. And you can usually find that Blu-ray for about $15. And it has a beautiful poppy baby blue and white spine. And it also has another film of his on it as a bonus feature. So you get 2 Hitchcock films. And they're from like 1928 and 1930 or something. They're very early films of his. But yeah, I'm very excited to check that one out. I figured I'm at Grindhouse Video. What should I leave there with other than I mean, I left there with other things, obviously, but being Criterion guy, I had to leave with a good deal on a Criterion.
Yeah, that's when you get in there like, I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Yeah.
I pull that Denzel shit every time I walk into Bull Moose. I'm like, I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something. Every time.
You got to leave with a little something.
I got to leave with something. I'm leaving with something. I get a Bull Moose bumper sticker. I'm leaving with something.
Now, while we were in the vicinity of Grindhouse, we also went to McKay's, and Johnny picked this one up for me. And I watched it. It was pretty good. Kicking and Streaming.
Oh, you don't say. That's in my list for tonight.
Yeah.
One of my 5.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So I won't talk about it too much. I might pick it for you to watch though, because
Okay.
I did enjoy it, and it's not really my type of film.
Okay.
It's a coming of age movie from the 90s, pretty much, and I'm more of a coming of age from the 80s movie kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
But I did like it, and I think you would too, Jason. And I'll leave that one at that. But thank you, Johnny. I am very happy to have that one in the collection, and I enjoyed it, and I think most people should probably be checking this one out. I don't know if you can stream it anywhere. I don't think it is streaming anywhere right now, and it is only on DVD on the Criterion line. So that I would keep your eye out for the DVD somewhere.
Yeah, I think like when I pulled it out, I mean, I knew I pulled it out. I was going to give it to Jeff, like I knew, and Jeff was like, "Oh, that's pretty good," and I'm like, "Well, damn it, he's seen it now. I have to play along like it's mine." But yeah, I had every intention of giving that one to you, Jeff.
Yeah, and I hadn't seen it because I thought it was the other Kicking and Streaming.
The one with Will Ferrell.
Yeah, the probably one that would never be in the Criterion line. I was like, wait, is that the soccer movie?
I'm like, no, I don't think this one is, Jeff. But all right, well, I picked up just 3 titles. I'll go ahead and talk about the ones that I got from the sale. Mine didn't come in, actually mine did come in a cardboard mailer, but they weren't dinged up or anything. But first one I got was Deep Cover.
Oh,
yeah, I've only seen this on VHS. I haven't seen it on Blu-ray or DVD yet, so I can't wait to check this one out.
now that one only has a Blu-ray, right? Like they only released that on Blu-ray.
To the best of my knowledge,
and it's still like a newer release, isn't it?
No, this is from. Well, I mean, the movie came out in like '92.
No, but I mean, like the
Criterion put it out.
Like Criterion just put it out not that long ago.
Oh yeah, maybe a couple of years ago.
It is spine number 1086.
Okay, so to me that's still kind of newer.
Yeah, it's relatively new. I want to say that's probably like 2020, 2021-ish, somewhere in that neighborhood. And yeah, it is only available, according to the Criterion website, only available from Criterion on DVD and Blu-ray. So look for the 4K next year. It's but
hey, does it have a 4K master? Does it say
a 4K digital restoration?
Yeah.
So,
okay, yeah, it's coming.
It's coming.
Damn it.
That's why I don't buy Criterion Blu-rays in this day and age.
So it's smooth talking. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, well, then I'll have to buy it because you talked it up so much that I had to buy it.
It's so good.
I don't mess with Criterion Blu-rays in this day and age because they'll get you.
I'll only buy Criterion Blu-rays used for a good price.
Yeah.
So that way I can watch the movie.
Make me an offer I can't refuse. Like a $10 Criterion Blu-ray. I'm like, okay, I'll buy it.
You got me. And the second one that I got Red River.
Ooh.
I hadn't seen
Howard
it.
Hawks.
Yep.
I love Howard Hawks.
Trying to, broaden my horizons to John Wayne. Him being
love Howard
piece
Hawks.
of shit. But I actually checked it out and I gave it like 4.5 stars, 5 stars. I thought it was really, really good. Now, my last one I picked up at Grindhouse. Jeff found the Lady Vanish, the Lady Vanishes. But mine's out of print, so I picked up Dead Ringers.
I got that one too. That's nice.
Yeah, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, "Yep, I'm getting it." I think I've only seen like bits and pieces of this, but I haven't seen it all the way through. And I know it's got a Blu-ray, and I'm certain it's probably got a 4K, maybe like an overseas one. But yeah, it's Criterion, so I had to buy it.
Yeah.
So it has a studio Blu-ray.
I think so.
Yeah, I hate that studios took their movies back.
Yeah,
they used to do that to Criterion all the time. Criterion, and that's an early spine number. What happened to Criterion in the early days, late 90s, a lot of these studios were not jumping into DVD. It was the first couple of years, 98, 99. Yeah. Criterion had access to a lot of stuff because, they were just early to that format. And a lot of studios were just kind of like, yeah, we're cool with VHS and a little bit of Laserdisc, dibble and dabble a little bit here and there. And it wasn't until DVDs really started popping off, you get to about 01, 02, and that's when those first kind of 3 and 4 year licenses started to expire. So Criterion started to lose a lot of their early titles. They lost Silence of the Lambs for a long time, Dead Ringers, The Killer, Hard Boiled. A lot of their, the first, 100 or so, first 100 or so spine numbers were really in jeopardy. And they lost a lot, and some of which they've gotten back, like Silence of the Lambs, some of which they still have not gotten back, like Dead Ringers. And it's just because studios saw that the DVD format was popping off and people were converting. And so they realized that there was some money in it, and studios were like, sorry, we're taking that license back.
I'm kind of hoping now, with the way that the tides are kind of changing with physical media, that some of the studios start to go back and maybe reissue some of the older films that they don't really care to mess with. Like, they're like, oh, well, if you want to, yeah, we'll bid it out to you. You can have it back. Because a lot of you're seeing a lot of companies do that anyways. I mean, you got Warner Brothers signing big deals with Vinegar Syndrome. So
yeah. And Arrow still gets a lot of WB stuff too. So I think it's come full circle, where there was a period of time in the aughts, especially, where, home media was very popular. DVD was a tremendously popular format, pre-streaming and everything like that. DVD was available at every Target, Walmart, Best Buy, everywhere. I mean, like you could walk into a gas station and they would have like a little kiosk of DVDs for a little while there. It was wild. Like I would go get Four Locos and a movie at the the gas station right up the street. You could just stumble in, right? Get a Four Loko, grab a movie to watch while you drank it, and see if you remembered the movie the next day. It was fun times. But I think with, obviously with physical media being on the decline over the last, 10, 12 years, it does get a little easier for boutiques to, wheel and deal a little bit and just produce something for us collectors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that was your 3, Johnny?
Yeah, that was only 3 that I picked up.
Hey, 3's still solid. I mean, shit, these things ain't cheap.
Better than I've done.
All right, so who wants to start off with the movie or movies that they watched this month? I will.
Yeah, all right.
So you guys had me watch Choose Me.
Yep.
Yeah. First off, where in the hell does Keith Carradine come off thinking that he can just sling hammer around all over town like he's an attractive looking guy? Because I'm just like, what?
Bro was laying it down, dude.
He was everywhere. And then it was just like, will you marry me? Like,
yeah. He was basically ready to run away with whoever gave him time of day.
I mean, didn't he have something like 3 wives or something?
I was back in the day. You read those stories about the guy, the traveling salesman or whatever, the businessman he's got a corporate office in some other state, and you find out 13 years later he had 2 families the whole time. Like, he had a broad and 3 kids over here in Pittsburgh, and then in Florida he's got a wife and 2 more kids, and it's just the craziest shit. But that feels like the type of dude who would run that game.
Yeah. But he just doesn't come off as there had to have been other It Men actors in '84 that could have probably convinced me of that role a little more. You know what I mean? Like, he just didn't seem like the type of guy that would be able to pull all those ladies.
Yeah, I mean,
called acting.
He's not an ugly guy, but he's not a conventionally, he's not a Brad Pitt or whatever else.
Exactly.
He's not like a beautiful Adonis of a man. And yet I think a lot of it was he wasn't dating supermodels in that movie either. He was dating a lady who owned a bar, who used to be a prostitute. And then the other lady was just she was this relationship expert on the radio, but it almost seemed like she had a little bit of naivety in her own experience, like an experience gap, despite the advice that she was slanging on the radio. So it almost felt like he was able to kind of pick like he was choosy about which ones he would pick the ones that look vulnerable, you know, like the lion going after the gazelle that's like old and lame or too young to run away. It's like he was sort of
Like he
spitting
was a
game
mid,
there.
I don't know, like I guess he was kind of like a mid man, and he did kind of stay in that lane.
He had a lane, yeah. He stuck to his lane. He had a lane. He stuck to his lane. He
But
he kind of went after
but
damaged
his
goods a
lane
little
was
bit.
his lane just seemed to be a little too wide for me to believe it. That it
He
just
seemed like he had a little bit
I
of
was
a
like, keep
magnetism
Carradine,
too.
really?
Like he
Like
had a
really?
unique personality in that, like it always reminded me of Gross Point and Blank, like how like upfront and honest he is about like he'll say some wild shit that it's almost like so crazy you don't believe him, like he's a secret agent or something. It's like, okay, like sure, you work at the Foot Locker in the mall, dude. Like, come on, whatever. Well, you have a normal job. Like nobody just comes up to you and says, like, yeah, I work for MI6 or I work for the CIA or I'm with, you know, but then she finds the articles or whatever, and she's like, holy shit, it's true. Like I really, that was part of the movie that I really liked, how it's like he was just being like so super frank with his background, and it was a little bit, you wonder like, who the hell is this guy? So I think he had some magnetism too. Like he might have just been like just so super confident.
It must have been, yeah, it might have been that confidence boost too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so what I did dig about this was that it most definitely felt like it was taking place in 1984. Like
Yeah.
the very opening of the movie, they're all just standing on the streets hanging out. And I'm just like, yeah, that ain't happened in most of my life. But maybe this was a thing that happened in the 80s. Like I remember I was watching this with my wife and I was like, I'm wondering if this is just how the 80s were. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, look how active it is right here on the street. Like there's this group of people and there's this group of people. And like, it was, but it felt, but I got that feeling like right into the opening. And I'm like, this reminds me of like when they would show like outdoor scenes of anything in the 80s. You know what I mean? Like there were a whole bunch of people hanging outside the club, just party. Like there was like its own party outside.
Yeah. There was
The
less
party
to
that was
do inside your house because like the
Yeah.
TV station stopped broadcasting at like 11 p.m. and it was like,
yeah.
that was longer ago than that. But like, I think people did more stuff outside the house, and you don't have a cell phone, so you couldn't like, text your homies and be like, yo, where you at? Or where do you want to meet?
You just had to go to the normal hookup.
You had to have a spot. There had to be like a regular spot. Like this is where we hang out. So like if I'm looking for my homies, I'm just going to go show up and see which of my friends are there also.
And honestly, if somebody was to make a movie set in the 80s now and they didn't do a scene like that, I don't know if I could believe that it was in the 80s.
Yeah.
Because you kind of need that. Like,
Yeah.
That's like a staple. Now this 4K disc, did you watch it on 4K as well?
I did. Yes, I did.
How beautiful did it look?
It looked great. I was really
good. I in some spots, you guys, I was joking with you guys in our chat that in some spots it looked too good.
Yeah.
Like I could tell there were actors wearing makeup that weren't supposed to be wearing makeup. But I think that's a quality of like the restoration. Like they made it look that good. You know, they made it look like you were watching them through a window. So.
Yeah, and that was one of the things that really sold me on that movie was the visual aesthetic. Like even before, because when I purchased it from Criterion, I don't know, whenever it came out a year and a half or whatever ago, 2 years ago, I had never seen it. I mean, that was a blind buy for me at the time, and the aesthetic is really what helped sell me. You know, that the sort of rain slicked streets at night, the reflections of the neon, stuff like that really kind of gets me. You know, especially if it's from the 80s, maybe the 70s. It really, like that aesthetic really kind of pulls me in. I want to see more when I get a hint of that. I get a whiff of that and I'm like, all right, I'm buying it.
And the movie just starts off right with it. I mean,
it jumps right in.
That tone. It just sets that tone and it just rolls with it. And
it's
not very
really
long.
Appreciate.
What is it? It's like 100 minutes. It's 106 minutes,
yeah.
And it just kind of rolls right into it, you know, and it just goes right along. Now, I really enjoyed it. I think I think I gave it 4 out of 5 stars.
Okay.
I just couldn't believe that it was like it was Keith Carradine. I'm like, man, okay, I guess, but
Yeah. The man doesn't. I mean, unfortunately, the Carradine family, they didn't have the strongest hairlines. Which
No.
you kind of need that if you're gonna sell me. Like one thing that really kind of pulls me out of the movie is like you try to sell me. Like I understand Jack Nicholson in real life. He's Jack Nicholson. Like he could basically point at somebody, male, female, none of the above, all the above, dead or alive. You're coming with him. He points at you, he's taking you home. But that's because he's Jack Nicholson. Inside a movie, he's not Jack Nicholson, right? He's playing a character who might be just a normal human being who doesn't have that kind of pull. And so I have a hard time buying actors if they're supposed to be some suave ladies man, if they don't have like a strong, like you need to look at him, he's got like beautiful hair, like a Brad Pitt type of thing where it's like really full and it's very like there's a lot of hair there. As soon as they start kind of, they start losing a little bit, you need to shave your head like Vin Diesel and get jacked. And like you can see Vin Diesel in an action movie like Getting with the Lady or whatever because he's jacked and he keeps it Mr. Clean up top. And that's okay. I'm not saying that bald guys are unattractive or whatever. But it is like if you're going to sell me this dude's like a ladies' man, he's got to have a little bit of a stronger hairline than Keith Carradine had in 1984. He's got to be a little stronger than that.
Well, I mean, maybe he's packing something to make up for his fucking receding hairline.
Yeah. That could be where the confidence comes from, right?
Yep.
Like he's got one of these whole microphones down his pants too. It's even he got a whole last Shure SM7B in his pants, in his drawers.
he was like, I got a hammer and I'm slinging it around. And so I did
old steel, baby.
So I did start the month off because I watched Choose Me probably about middle of the month, but I did start the month off with the Criterion. I did finally watch the All That Money Can Buy.
Okay, what'd you think?
Oh, I mean, I've seen it before but I had the Criterion DVD. What I think about the difference between the DVD and the Blu-ray, wow, like that DVD, that DVD to me, that DVD is like we're releasing it because we need to just get this film out. They did like no cleanup work on that DVD. And I thought that while I was watching it, because that was my first Criterion DVD. It was the first time that I ever watched a Criterion movie, as far as I knew. I mean, I guess I'd watched Chasing Amy, but I was like, yeah, this doesn't really look good. Man, they cleaned that. They cleaned it up in this one. Like it looks good. Now it's not a 4K transfer, so I don't think that. Oh yeah, it is. Never mind, it's a 4K transfer. So they sold me on it last year as a 4K Blu-ray, as a 4K on a Blu-ray. Next year they'll sell it to me as a 4K Blu-ray, and I'll probably buy it. It's a great film. It's a great film. I mean, it's about selling your soul to the devil for money, and yeah, that's a time. That's a tale as old as time, but I mean, this shit come out in 1941. This is about the first time it was ever put into film. That actual story.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's what I watched for the month. Of course, I said I watched Pee-wee and Kicking and Streaming, but
all right. So you'd recommend Choose Me?
I would recommend Choose Me. Definitely get it on sale. Like, don't pay more than $25 for it. I will say that I felt like I got a really good deal on it. I found they had some kind of weird flash sale on Amazon for, I think, like $18 for the 4K.
That's awesome.
And I grabbed it up then, like last.
I love when Amazon does
it was during the last sale in November, I think. Like during the Barnes & Noble sale, Amazon was matching, but they were also beating some of them. And it was like a 65% off instead of a 50% off.
I got the 4K of No Country for Old Men that way too. And it was some flash, 24-hour, maybe not even 24. It might've been like, for the next 6 minutes, this deal is good. Yeah. And it was like, I think I paid like $18. And that was like a year ago when that movie was still a fairly new Criterion release. It might've been even more than a year ago. So it's like a pretty brand new Criterion at the time. it's a huge. I mean, it's a huge movie, right? No Country for Old Men, and the 4K. I think I paid like $17 or $18 for it.
Yeah.
I
I mean, I wouldn't even have known about Choose Me if it wasn't for our buddy Derek over at Pure Hangout. He made a whole video on it. He was like, "Hey guys, I don't know if you've ever heard about this movie." He said I had heard of it, but I had never seen it, and I figure it's a hidden. It's got to be a hidden gem for under $20, and this has got to be some kind of mistake. You guys should go grab it. So I went and grabbed it, and I don't know if it was a mistake, but I'd say it's definitely worth still the 25. But I wouldn't spend that don't pay no regular full price for it. Like there ain't many Criterions that are worth the $50 for the 4K. This is one of those ones that's not. But it is a fun watch.
Right.
I think you would enjoy it, Johnny.
All right, I'll put it on the list for June's Criterion sale. All right, so who wants to go next? All right, well, I'll go. I just checked out two because neither one of you could decide. So the first one I did watch, I did see Peeping Tom. This is the first time watch for me. Yeah, I understand the hype about it. I can understand why it's so influential with horror films moving forward. I had to sit down and watch it twice because I wanted to make sure that I got everything. And for those of you who don't know in the chat that haven't seen it, it's about I guess you would call it a serial killer. He suffered some trauma as a child. His father was a psychologist, and he puts him through. I think he just keeps like taking his picture, flashing lights at him, and he's trying to instill fear, I guess, to see what his reaction would be to it. So as he gets older, he decides to he wants to know what fear's like in other people, and I guess the only way he can achieve that goal would be to kill the people. But the way of him doing it, he's got a camera and he has a knife attached to one of the camera legs, and he's like filming them as he's coming towards them. That way they can see their expression as they die. I thought this was really good. I can understand why people back then just absolutely hated it, but as of now we can understand it. We're not supposed to sympathize with the villain or the monster.
Yeah.
And whereas Powell says, yes, you can. You need to understand, because I mean he's not some monstrous human being. He's just a guy who's, for lack of a better phrase, he's broken, and he suffered trauma, and this is how he's dealing with his trauma. But I thought it was really, really good. I think I gave it 4.5 stars. I'm not going to give away like the ending of it or what he uses on his camera, but yeah, this is really good. I can't believe I sat through this twice, and like just back to back. I watched it over and over again, and yeah, Peeping Tom.
So when I watched it for the first time, I immediately, like, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Like, I was sitting about 20 minutes, and I immediately went on YouTube, start watching like video essays about it to see like what some of the deeper meanings of things were that I may have missed. And I was completely enthralled with that film. What did you think about the opening? Was that not one of the coolest openings of a movie like ever?
Where he's tracking the prostitute, and where he's filming her, then all of a sudden you see him just like throw the empty film cartridge away, and as he's tracking her as he goes up, I thought it was pretty good.
And the way that like the perspective though, like the perspective of like the opening, how you were the camera.
Mm-hmm. Like you're watching, you're seeing the world through his eyes. Yeah. Now where Carpenter got his inspiration for Halloween, and in some aspects, I think the Hitchcock took it from using it in Psycho, but I can't remember.
I think they
were both released in 60.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I didn't know which one came first. Like, did Hitchcock see it and then said, "Oh, I'm gonna go use this in Psycho"? You know, I didn't.
I think Peeping Tom did come first, I believe.
Okay.
It's like another thing. It's like the POV shot for the killer is good for, like the like philosophical, like placing the audience in the shoes of the killer, like sort of that voyeuristic, like you kind of get to be the killer for that moment, that shot. But then it's also another great way of having the killer perform actions on screen without revealing the killer too. So like you want to keep the killer a secret from the audience. You put the audience behind the killer's eyes, and then the killer can be doing things on screen. On-screen action could be taking place. They could be killing someone, stalking someone, etc. And you're not actually revealing to the audience yet who that killer is, if there's some kind of reveal yet to be seen. I think that was used in the beginning of, like you said, John Carpenter, like the beginning of Halloween. Part of that was like, you're supposed to wonder who this killer is, and then, oh my gosh, it's an 8-year-old boy or whatever. It's like that's the reveal. The point of view shot helps to push that reveal off to the right moment when Carpenter wants to turn the camera around and show you it's the little Michael Myers boy dressed like a clown. Like, shouldn't he be trick-or-treating, not stabbing his sister's titties off? Anyway.
Hey, that used to be Criterion as well.
Oh, and how, it also, how we, how he documents everything in the whole movie. It's kind of like, how we are today as a society. We're always got our phones out. We're always recording shit.
Yeah, he was the OG vlogger. Watch me you guys. Like and subscribe, and I'm gonna go stabby on the hooker. Like and subscribe.
How he was walking, I guess, with the girl that he was infatuated with, his neighbor. And I think they're walking in a park, and he sees a couple making out, and he's like, "Oh, no, I got to record this."
Yeah.
I'm like, really? So, yeah, I really enjoyed Peeping Tom. Again, I gave it 4.5 stars. And now for my second one, I like Bob Altman, and I went with McCabe and Mrs. Miller.
Yes, my man. I can't wait to hear what you think about this one.
I gave this one 5 stars.
Yes.
I like this one more than Peeping Tom.
It's such a great revisionist Western.
Oh God. And okay, I'll get into what it is. Basically what it is. Warren Beatty is a gunslinger, and I'll put those in quotation marks because you really don't know. He moves to this mining town where he decides to open up a brothel. Well, brothel's really not working well, so he ends up partnering up with a prostitute, and they open up this successful whorehouse. But they run afoul of the mining company that wants to come in. They want to buy everything from him, and he thinks he's this savvy businessman, and he's not. And things take a turn. That's all I'll get into about that. The ending of it, I had one issue with the ending of it. I don't mind how it ended, with the exception of one thing that happened at the end, and I might get into it later. But Jeff, you were talking about you don't understand how Keith Carradine could be this pimpish of a man. Well, I mean, he's in this one. He plays this, I guess, naive cowboy. He thinks he's beds all these women, and he lays the pipe to a lot of women in this movie. But yeah, this thing looks.
What year did this one come out?
71.
So it just had to have been a last name thing in the 70s and 80s for these guys.
I think like there's one of the bonus features on here that's like his first film, one of his first films. But he talked about going in to meet with Bob Altman, and something about having to cut his hair, and he's like, I can't cut my hair, and they're like, yes, you have to cut your hair, or something like that. But this thing looks absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking just about the 4K transfer itself. I mean, the way he lit this thing, it looks like he used natural lighting, like he just borrowed something from Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
Because like the scenes in the saloon, it's like all lit by candlelight or
Yep.
those those lamps, oil lamps. I mean, and just basically it's one location, and I think that Altman used the people who were building the sets. He just used them as extras in the film. The way he went up to pay him anymore. So when you're watching the film, you're seeing them build this town up around the whorehouse. It's literally the people who were there building the sets and everything. I mean, it just looks absolutely gorgeous, especially when the winter scenes hit and there's the absence of music. I think that's the way he designed it. He didn't wanted no music during the winter scenes. It is just a absolutely beautifully shot film. I love this movie. It might be my favorite Altman film. I don't know. I haven't seen them all, but it's going to be right up there.
It's definitely up there for me. I think it is like definitely definitely top 2 or 3, but it might be the Altman film that I would like go back to the most.
So I assume Altman's a pretty good director, right?
Oh, Bob Altman's gangster.
Yeah, see, I've not seen any of his films, so I guess I have a list to start.
Criterion put out several of them. Not all of them
Yep.
are in print anymore. Like Nashville is gone, but Criterion did Shortcuts. Got that one. I think Robert Downey Jr. is in that one. Yeah, they did a bunch of and what's it called? Cinematograph has done a couple now as well. They did Thieves Like Us, and then the one they just announced.
Oh, I got Thieves Like Us.
Yeah, that's an
I've not watched it yet.
Yeah. That one's got Keith Carradine in it as well, doesn't it?
It does. I got it because it had Keith Carradine in it.
Yeah, there you go.
So does he got an Oscar for Nashville? So show respect, Jeff.
Yeah, put some respect on his name.
He's got that Oscar between his legs.
I love that we have all watched 2 Criterions this month. I love that because I did the same thing. I watched 2 as well. I watched the one that you guys chose for me, but then I also included another one that I wanted to watch because it was appropriate for the holiday, the Easter holiday, and also I'd been sitting on it for like 20 or 21 years. I've been sitting on this movie, and I was like, I'm gonna die without ever seeing this movie. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to buy a movie and then 50 years later, like, keel over, and my kids are like, this thing is still in the wrapping. Like, none of us even own a DVD player. My kids will find this thing in my basement. You know what I mean? They just throw it in the hole with me. You know, they're like, we don't want this shit, Dad. Take it with you. So I, of course, watched as you guys voted. I watched La Dolce Vita, a Fellini film, and you guys bamboozled me. I felt bamboozled. I think I texted y'all when I started. I popped it in and I texted y'all. I was like, y'all didn't tell me this thing was 2.5 hours long. Like, I gotta watch 174 minutes. It's 6 minutes short of 3 hours. I was like, y'all chose a 3-hour movie for me. No, I was smarter this month. I looked at the back of every movie that I was choosing for my 5. I'm like, how long is this bitch? Is this like one of them like 208-minute like 7 Samurai deals or whatever? I've seen 7 Samurai many times, so I couldn't choose that one. But I was like checking. I was like 84 minutes. Okay, in the pile you go. You know what I mean? Like, I got
so you learned my trick.
I did learn your trick. Choose the longest
110 minutes and shorter.
Yeah, because this poor bastard. I mean, you guys know I got young children. I've said that before. I got a 6-year-old, and she just turned 4 actually last week. So I got a 6-year-old and I got a 4-year-old. And you know how young kids are. They don't let you sleep. They're waking up at 11. They're like, hey, I need something. I got to pee. You need to sit here while I pee. And, it's all sort of wild shit. So, I can't start a movie at like 8 o'clock like I used to. Like at 8 o'clock, I'm reading bedtime stories. That's what I was doing at 8 o'clock tonight. I was reading about some broad named Pinkalicious. The stories were terrible. But what I'm saying is that a 3-hour movie could be prohibitive for me at this current stage in my life. So it's hard. Like if I could start a movie at 7:30 or 8 o'clock, like back in the day when I was before I was a dad, I could just start a movie at 8 and just watch it until 11, and I didn't have to put people to sleep and get them a yogurt and read them a story, you know what I mean? And then I fall asleep while I'm spooning them, and it's bad news. So it took me like 3 nights to watch all of La Dolce Vita. I think I watched an hour, and then the next night came back, watched the next hour, which actually for this film is perfectly appropriate based on the way. Another thing that I did not know about this film that I learned in watching it was that it is a very episodic film. It doesn't have like a traditional tight narrative where you have like arcs and you have inciting incidences that cause conflict that sees its resolution. This is very episodic. It feels almost more like several days in the life of the main character, Marcelo. And it was a gorgeous film to look at. I mean, this is out of print. I'm sorry to everybody out there. This is an out of print Criterion. Criterion can no longer offer this. And I happened to find it like actually several years after it went out of print. I found it for like, I want to say like 25, 26 bucks. And I jumped on it, maybe $30, but it was not exorbitant. And it's a beautiful, I mean, Criterion did a bang up job because it really did, even though it's a Blu-ray and not a 4K, it really did look incredible. I could forget that it was not, I mean, it looked very well restored and it was probably preserved pretty well because this movie has been huge since 1960 when it came out. It's a film that's basically been recognized as being culturally significant ever since it was released. It never went through this phase of like nobody likes it and then people rediscovered it. And so yeah, it was a good movie. I appreciated the idea that it's about this sort of hedonic life that sort of springs up in Rome, which is this major metropolitan city, but it's also somewhat shortly after World War II. So, you still have some of that post-war stuff hanging over because it's Europe. So I liked it. I could even you can kind of see yourself a little bit in Marcelo and just that like at a certain age, you're just kind of, you're in between like maybe college and a real career and you're just bopping around kind of drinking and hanging out in cafes and stuff. And so that was a cool film to watch. I felt kind of bad for the guy. But it was a good movie to watch. And then I also watched as I mentioned earlier, King of Kings. I busted this thing out after 20 plus years and finally watched it for the Easter holiday. And this one I was really impressed with this. This is a silent film from 1927. So I dare say, probably doesn't get a lot of views annually. There's a few crazy people that'll watch a silent film from 1927, myself being one of them. I like watching silent films a lot. I think it's hard for people, especially these days, because you have to it's just like with subtitles. You need to keep your eyes on the screen. You can't look down at your phone because you're going to miss dialogue if you do. And that's hard for people, I think, in our modern day and age. And I will say that I was very impressed with King of Kings. It's a DVD. I think Film in Motion, Films on there's another company that has the Blu-ray rights and they released the Blu-ray of this a few years ago. So this is in print as a Blu-ray, but not from Criterion. And so I want to check the Blu-ray out, but this has what was kind of, I guess not a complete shock to me because I knew that they did some color film as early as the 19-teens. This is, I wasn't aware of like major studio releases that employed color in their films. I thought it was more of an experimental thing that you could do for a couple of minutes. They have 2 color sequences in this. It's black and white except for a couple of color sequences, and it's a 2-strip. It's a 2-strip sequence, unlike the 3-strip Technicolor that we're more familiar with from the 30s, like Wizard of Oz and shit. So the color palette is different. I thought it looked incredible. I thought the color scenes really looked great. The whole thing was really well done. And this is another one that was long as hell too. This is I shouldn't say that. It's King of Kings. I shouldn't say long as hell.
150 some minutes.
Versions. There's a 155-minute cut, and then there's a 112-minute cut. And I watched the 155-minute cut because you know, I want to go to heaven when I die. So I was like, hey, Jesus, it's Easter. I'm watching King of Kings, and I'm watching the long version too, my man. So I have to recommend King of Kings, even to non-religious folk. It's a great film.
I am looking that up right now.
It's one of those things. I think I love silent films also because it's like pure cinema. Like you don't get sucked into like, you know, you pop in like K-pop Demon Hunters. I mentioned that because it's probably getting a Criterion and because my kids watch it. But it's like music and it's like flashy and it's like, you know, you kind of you're like bopping along to Golden or whatever, and you're like, take down, 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 down. And you just kind of get pulled into some of the dialogue and music and stuff that can kind of distract you a little bit. It's like sort of a whole package. But with the silent film, you know, there's music, of course. When they were screened, there would usually be a live organist or pianist that would play a score to go along with the film. But when you watch a silent film on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, there's usually a score that's chosen that goes with the action on screen. But besides just the music, it's just pure cinema. You're really just looking at moving images on screen, and I think there's like a lot less between you and like the moving image. So I like a silent film just for that like pure kino kind of experience.
Heck yeah. Well, dude, I'll have to look that one up. I don't even know if I had ever heard of it before. So.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, it's Cecil B. DeMille too. So of course it's like, it's, you know, I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. It's part of a trilogy that he did. He also did what did he do? He did the Ten Commandments was the last one. There's one other. He had like this trilogy of religious films, and the other one was much closer to King of Kings temporally, and then he did the Ten Commandments with Charlton Heston, I believe, and that was in the 50s. That was one of his final movies. So you know, he had kind of a thing going there, and I thought King of Kings. I mean, you can tell kind of why DeMille was so popular. You know, why he was so renowned. You know, at the time.
Nice. All right, cool. Well, like I said, I'll have to check that one out. You said it has a Blu-ray from the studio, I guess, right?
It's not from the studio. It's a boutique that does like really specializes in honestly like a lot of silent films of the 20s.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it because I'm getting it, but I gotta find the slipcover, you know what I'm saying? And
right.
Yeah, no slip, no dip.
But no slipcover. Yeah, I can't do it. It's let's see if I can find this thing.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop back in the chat. So it's been it's been close to an hour since we were in the chat. But about an hour ago it was officialized. Holland popped in and said pinkies up, and the pinkies have been up this whole time.
Yep. It's an official stream now.
Flicker Alley. Flicker Alley is the name of the company.
Flicker Alley. Okay.
Flicker Alley. They've got a Blu-ray of King of Kings for $35. And it has a bunch of bonus. It looks like a ton of bonus stuff. Oh man, I'm gonna have to pick this Blu-ray up. They've got a bonus feature that looks into the innovative process behind the film's color sequences, and I was very impressed with those color sequences. So I'll be checking this one out next Easter on Blu-ray.
Nice. We got Steve thanking me. I'm not even sure if you're still here, Steve, but you're quite welcome, sir. Like I said, this was like an hour ago, so I apologize to the chat, but man, we just get to talking, and I hope you guys have been enjoying it because I know we have. We got Ryan popped in. What is up, Ryan? I know he's another great Criterion, I guess, snob. We're official snobs.
Yeah.
So we can call others snobs too.
I'm
18 Criterions. Your snobbery is growing, Sarah. 18. That's solid. We got Mike's Film Fix. What is up, Mike? Hope you're doing well this evening.
Whoop, whoop. What up, gang? Criterion gang, hollow.
Notorious is good too from Hitchcock on
yes, it is.
Absolutely one of my favorite Hitchcocks. I love Cary Grant. First of all, I love Cary Grant. I also love Hitchcock, and that's another one that's just beautiful to look at. The black and white cinematography, and it's got that tight kind of Hitchcockian storytelling to it. You know, the guy's a Nazi. It's great. That's a good movie.
Ooh.
There it is. That's a great cover. You know, the way she's got the key behind his back. Ah, it's good. That's a good one. It communicates so much with that single image. You know, she's sneaking the key and trying not to get caught and, you know, embracing this false husband of hers. And it's always, you know, I always love Cary Grant. I mean, my favorite Cary Grant movie is The Awful Truth, one of my favorite films of all time. And so often I focus on Cary Grant as comedic performer and sort of his physicality, his sort of like lithe and graceful physicality. Even when he's like falling over, doing something silly, you know, he's got this gracefulness to him I often focus on his, you know, comedic performances, but you know, he's great in Notorious and the other Hitchcock films that he's done. No.
So
I haven't
never
seen very
seen
much Cary Grant.
Oh, okay. I was about to say you've never seen Notorious, have you, Jeff?
I haven't, but I went to go add it to my wish list, and it's already there. And it's probably because Steve has recommended it to me before. I have a lot of Steve recommendations on my wish list because, like I said, he has suggested some of the best.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna go wrong with Cary Grant. There's a bunch of Criterion Cary Grant films like His Girl Friday, The Awful Truth I mentioned. That's one of my favorite films of all time. If you don't buy anything at the next sale, and this is for you, but for everybody that can hear my voice, everybody in the chat, please buy The Awful Truth and go watch The Awful Truth with Cary Grant and Irene Dunn. W.S. Van Dyke did the direction. It is easily one of the best movies of all time. It's the movie that made me fall in love with screwball comedy and films of the 30s. It's so good. It's Awful Truth is so good. And Cary Grant is amazing.
It's officially on my wish list.
I know when I was watching Notorious, I'm like, you know, I've seen this before. I've seen this, and it turns out it was Mission Impossible 2.
I think he straight up acknowledged, like, yes, like Notorious was a inspiration for the story.
We got Eli.
Although that one's a lot better than Mission Impossible 2.
Yeah.
Although I like Tom Cruise, man. I won't lie. I like Tom Cruise. Eli, what up, dog?
What's up, Eli?
Thanks, Eli. Appreciate it. He was in here sharing out channels. You guys be sure to go and subscribe to these fellas. We almost got Jason up to 850 as well.
Whoop.
We're gonna hit some 1,000 subscribers soon. All of us.
That'll happen at some point, right?
Got to.
It's bound to happen.
We got William Driver in here this evening. How's it going, dude? Father J is legitness.
Bless you. Come to Maine and I'll buy you a beer, Eli. I'll take you bull moosing.
You pulled it out and was going to give it to Jeff. Fucking Corey. Oh my God. Oh, Eli, you funny guy. See,
funny
I
how?
love Keeping Tom. I don't have the Criterion version, though I have the Studio Canal version. I wonder if there's any difference in features or video quality.
If anything, probably the features may be a little bit different. I don't know. I don't know if they use the same transfer. I don't know. This one on the back of it says Studio Canal and BFI on it.
So it's probably the same transfer. I mean, Criterion has bought transfers from other companies and just.
I think they cooperate with BFI. I think there's several Criterion films that were released by BFI around the same time, and so I think they do share / license transfer.
The Seventh Seal is
the Seventh Seal.
I actually think I want to get the BFI version as well. I think it has HDR. We got Stacy in here this evening. Who would you cast in a modern Hitchcock movie and why?
Does it have to be modern actors, like current working actors? Because that sounds like the right.
That sounds like the right answers.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's always asking questions that I have no answers to.
Maybe Michael Fassbinder, Guy Pearce,
That Cumberbatch guy.
Bendy Dick Cumbersnout.
Yeah.
Bendy Dick Cumbersnout. Yeah, he could do a good one.
I mean, Hitchcock was English, so
yeah,
it fits the mold.
I bet he would like old Bendy Dick Cumbersnatch. Cucumber Pants. What's his name? I don't know.
He said Peeping Tom came first, but they came out pretty close together.
Yeah.
We had Kal-El in here. What is up, Kal-El? Dude, I think he's streaming again here recently as well. So you guys make sure to go check him out. Got Steve in here. What's up, Steve? How's it going?
What's up?
Give me some Stevage.
The only Criterion I watched this month was Vampire.
Excellent film. It's another, and that's a one that you could mistake for a silent film because it's just simply so sparse on dialogue. But it was 32, and I think it was recorded with synchronized sound. There is dialogue in the film, spoken dialogue, but it's just one of these films with such long sequences of no dialogue at all, which I love. I mean, I love a movie that I don't mind a movie that's dialogue heavy, that's sort of like one location, like 12 Angry Men or something, where there's a lot of talking, and that's how they drive the plot forward, by sharing their thoughts and feelings and persuading each other and stuff. But I love a film like Vampire, where it's like, it's just, you know, there's action occurring on screen, and it doesn't always require dialogue. You just watch the person doing the things. And that's Vampire. That's another really good one. I watch that one every Halloween.
I need to check that one out.
I have never seen that.
Yeah,
that's
me
on
neither.
Criterion. It's a Blu-ray right now, and it's Carl Theodor Dreyer. So he did The Passion of Joan of Arc as well, which is another big Criterion release. That was, I don't know, 1930. He might have done that one right before or right after he did Vampire. And
it's only 70 minutes long.
Yes, it's not a very long film. It's a pretty brief film. He's also, it comes with a large, it's one of the, I'm too far to grab it and show you guys, but it's a very chunky set from Criterion. It's very chunky. And it comes with a book, and the booklet has like the whole story, like basically the way Carl Theodor Dreyer worked, because he wrote the film as well. He didn't really like write a script. He just sort of wrote like something between a treatment and a novella. So it reads very much like you're reading like a novella, a novel. And so I did read that as well, because it kind of helps explain some of like the character motivations, and because there's not a lot of dialogue. So there, you know, you don't have a character saying like, I was thinking this, or I was afraid that this was happening. Like, you don't really get a lot of that. It's just on-screen action that's relatively unexplained. So the supplemental materials are prodigious with Vampire, and it's good. There's some really nice photography in that one, some really cool shots.
And it's currently in print.
Yeah, it's still in print.
Yes, it's still in print. Yeah, you can get that one
with all of its chunkiness.
With all its chunkiness, it's available on Blu-ray. I don't know if or when they're going to do a 4K of that one, but I'll upgrade it when they do a 4K.
Oh, we got Alex in here this evening. What's up, dude? Good evening,
Alex.
Whoop whoop.
Fancy seeing you here, elegant, fantastic, gorgeous looking people. What's up, Prince? How's it going, dude?
Prince is talking about me.
Yeah, he is.
What up, Prince? How you doing, dog?
The devil wears Prada, the sinners wear Gucci, and the saints wear Louis Vuitton.
I wear Calvin Klein.
I wear whatever the hell car covers out.
There's not been any progress, Prince. What you see on my YouTube channel is all I've played. I'm gonna continue to play it on the channel, so that'll be the progress. I've just not had any free time. If you've seen me on YouTube, that's been all of my free time. Brother
Well,
Jay, you getting the Jackie Chan Big Hits box set
You
beauty?
know it. You know it. I'm not gonna be able to pass that bad boy up because at first I love me some Jackie Chan. I've been waiting for Rumble in the Bronx on 4K for several years now. That was my kind of first introduction to Jackie Chan. I saw Rumble in the
same.
Bronx in the theaters in like 1995 or whenever they released it here in the United States. And I mean, that was it. I'd never seen a Jackie Chan film before. I went to see that shit. And within the first 5 or 10 minutes of that movie, I was just like, holy shit. Like, not only am I going to watch every single Jackie Chan movie ever for the rest of my life, I'm going to go learn Kung Fu, which I did. And it was just, yeah. So I'm going to buy that off nostalgia alone. And
No, that's
some of those
Arrow
films I
in
haven't seen in
June, right?
forever.
Either June or July.
I mean, I gotta say, Arrow is milking me dry this summer with the Stranger Things set too. They're like,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, we're just gonna take 500 of your dollars, and
I just,
here's a couple box sets."
I just, I just finished paying off my Stranger Things box sets.
Oh man, I pre-ordered it from Amazon, so I haven't paid a dime for that bitch yet. I like pre-order. You know, I
Now,
got
you got to be careful about that because I'm hearing that some people are starting to get charged on Amazon a couple weeks after they hit the pre-order button, but
yeah,
still months in advance before the shipping.
I hadn't heard that yet, but
Yeah, I
Me
seen some
neither.
people on Facebook, on one of the physical media collector pages that I'm on. They were talking about how they were getting charged for movies that were coming out in June, and that
damn,
they were it already charged their card. So
there you go. Shoot.
and they had pre-ordered it like 2 weeks prior.
The thing I like about the Amazon pre-orders is that if the price fluctuates downward, you get credited for that lower
Mm-hmm.
price. I pre-ordered the TMNT trilogy right when they announced it, and it didn't ship until December. So I mean, there was several months of me having pre-ordered it, and I think I pre-ordered it for like $100, but I wound up getting it for like $59. It's like less than $20 a movie, simply because the price was lowered in the interim, and I was just hoping for that for Stranger Things. It's like, I'm going to pre-order you from Amazon because I'm hoping that, you hit 150 one day and I'm just going to get it for like a nice low price. I found that my Arrow pre-orders have been very reasonable price-wise when I do them from Amazon. And,
Yeah,
I just hope they ship it. You just have to worry about Amazon. Like, are they going to take care of this thing and ship it properly, or is it going to
or are they
be,
gonna wrap it in toilet paper and put a stamp on
yeah,
it?
just toss it in the
Yeah.
mail, call it a
I
day,
mean,
and this thing's going to show
I
up
mean,
with
I,
like a
I
giant
got
brick
mine
hole in
from
it.
Orbit. I got mine from Orbit, and to be honest, when all the pre-order prices went up, Orbit had the most reasonable price. It was like 169. I was like 170. That's very reasonable because I think Arrow's website had it for 250. So because I got the big chunky big ass one.
You
Like
gotta
I
get the
wasn't
big
messing
chunky
around.
big ass 4K one.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
wasn't messing around.
I'll tell you guys what, I don't even really like Stranger Things that much. Like, the first season's good, and it's downhill from there. Like, each season I have found to be like a step down, with maybe the third season being the low point. Four might have been a little bit better than three, and I haven't even seen season 5 yet. So I don't know, man. It's just a big, beautiful box set, and I can't resist the cardboard. Colorful cardboard, man, gets me every time.
I think I asked you before, John, but Twisted or ICP? I think Twisted is better artists and like more talented artists, maybe, or maybe musicians. I say musicians, and I'd say ICP's the better artists. They're not as talented musically, I don't think, but they know how to take a gimmick and run with it. And I will always stick by the fact that I think that Violent J is still one of the best storytellers in rap history of all time. That man can tell a story and you can visualize it beat for beat as he's telling it. And Boondocks, I really enjoy seeing him live. So I like them all. There's not really a better. I just kind of like them all. So, let's see. Yeah, Bronx. Yeah. Now that's going to be in that box set, right?
Yeah, Rumble in the Bronx is
Yeah,
in.
Rumble in the Bronx is going
Yeah,
to be
I'd
there.
almost buy that box set just for Rumble in the Bronx.
I mean, I would. I mean, I like the other movies. That Drunken Master 2. Forget about it. That one is like those Rumble in the Bronx and Drunken Master 2 are like fighting for my favorite film in that box set because Drunken Master 2 goes so hard. He goes so hard in that movie. It's very, very good. The others, I haven't seen any of those movies in probably 20 years.
There's
So
what, 5 in that set?
yeah, it's Drunken Master 2, Rumble in the Bronx, Who Am I, Thunderbolt, and Mr. Nice Guy, I think. First Strike.
Yeah.
I think it might be
Yeah,
6
First
movies.
Strike's in there. I thought Super Cop was going to be in there, but no, it's already got a release.
Yeah, 88 Films did Super Cop here in the United States. I got that 4K. That was a good one too.
He said, I pay for my pre-orders immediately and get money back as they get cheaper. Yes. Okay. So I've been telling people about this for years. Use Amazon gift cards. They take all of it right then and there. And then if the price does go cheaper, you get that reimbursed as credit that you can use on your next pre-order. And the same thing with Walmart. If you use a Walmart gift card, so you can just take straight up cash, go put it on a Walmart gift card. So, if you're slinging your Pokemon cards on the side for cash, you can just take that cash, go throw it on a Walmart gift card, go pre-order your steel books, and they just take it right then and there, and your bank doesn't get hit with it when they decide to randomly take it at 2 o'clock in the morning. Brother Jay, what's the last anime you've seen recently?
That is an excellent question. Let me look over here and see. For movies, I recently revisited Ninja Scroll. I was in Florida, as I told you guys. I met up with I got a good buddy who lives down there near my mom. So we met up for dinner. He's got kids that are a little older than mine. He's got 2 sons, and his oldest son is like 16. And so I started going off because he's into anime as well. I was like, yo, have you seen this, whatever? I was throwing some out there, and he hadn't seen any of my shit, which is unfortunate. I was like, Yurasoki Doji, you ever seen that one? Legend of Overfiend and Numb. He's like, no, the Blue Girl, none of that. But I finally hit on Ninja Scroll, and he was like, I ain't seen Ninja Scrolls. I went off on Ninja Scroll for about 30 minutes.
Dude, Ninja Scroll, it's tight.
Dude, I finally turned to my wife and was like, do you want to go home and watch Ninja Scroll? She's like, I mean, now I guess I have to. I was just going off. So Ninja Scroll is the tits. Also, I started rewatching Kimagure Ordro. That's a television series, though. So that's not I mean, maybe you don't mean movie literally, like it has to be a theatrically released, 90-minute whatever, and you'll take a TV series. But Orange Road, I have been watching as well. So
nice. I haven't watched any animes in a while. I did find one, Vampire Princess, I think is what it's called.
Vampire Princess Miyu. That's a good one, man.
Yes. I found the complete series for $1 at a thrift shop the other day. Yeah, dude. And I opened it up, and it's like brand new almost.
Dude, that's
Johnny's
awesome.
seen my stack.
That's a good find, man. You guys got better thrift store. I go to the Goodwill near me, and it's like some old jazzercise VHS somebody jizzed on, and it's like
my thrift stores are awesome, but it makes me sad to know that there's all these movies sitting here, and I can't afford to buy all of them, but they're just sitting here, which means that somebody else gave up on movies.
Yeah, that makes me a little sad too. Or I think like somebody croaked and they had like a DVD collection, and their next of kin was like,
nah,
I don't want this shit.
I got it all on streaming.
Yeah, I got Hulu, man. I don't need this.
But hey, I get the good deals on that one, so I'll take it. See, favorite best picture winner of the 80s and 90s. Okay, I can't answer that. Johnny might be able to, but I don't know best picture winners, and I don't know nominees and stuff like that, because to me, that's just actors patting themselves on the back. So I don't pay attention to any of that stuff. I like the movies that I like, but
80s, I'll go with Amadeus.
Oh yeah,
And,
easily that one.
I've never seen that one before.
90s.
Wait, is Jurassic Park a Best Picture winner?
No.
Oh well, it should be.
The 90s has some good ones though.
Yeah.
You want me to help you out?
No, I'm debating on whether it be Schindler's List,
Definitely not Schindler's List. I can't watch that movie. That movie is
Silence of the
so fucking
Lambs.
hard to watch. Silence of the Lambs or Unforgiven. I mean, that's a good 2-year combo. Like 92
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs, 93 Unforgiven. Holy shit.
Dances with Wolves. I mean, shit.
I
Certainly
think
not Shakespeare in Love.
definitely not Titanic either.
Oh,
Titanic.
fuck no. Gun to my head, either Silence of the Lambs or Dances with Wolves.
Cool. I'm there, but I'll sub out Dances with Wolves and sub in Unforgiven. I think I'll go Silence of the Lambs simply because it's just so rewatchable. It's hard to like Silence of the Lambs is one of those films that like you put it on and it's just so hard. Like you just get sucked in and engrossed, and it's so hard to do anything else or to stop it. Like it's just excellent film.
But yeah, Jeff, you need to watch Amadeus.
Yeah,
I think I have the wrong edition. I have the director's cut. And I was told that the director's cut was not the right one to watch.
Says who?
Well, that's not the one that got the 4K treatment.
Yeah, the one that got the 4K treatment was the theatrical version, but I heard that it was the same. Like the director prefers the theatrical or whatever. I don't know.
No. I've only seen the director's cut, even though I do have the 4K.
Yeah, I got the Blu-ray digibook. I just thought the book looked cool. I'm like, oh, it's got Mozart on it. I bought it just because I was like, oh, it's got Mozart on it. I had no idea what the movie was.
You watch that shit and then you're like, man, Mozart was a weirdo.
Yep.
Like
you begin to like sympathize with Salieri.
Or Salieri though.
Yeah.
No.
Hi, Stacy. Let's see. I want to see Tom Cruise and Jackie Chan work together. Two legends working together. Yes, please.
Yeah, I would watch anything with them.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'd watch just about anything with Jackie Chan, though. So,
I mean, you both know that they'll do their own damn stunts. So,
yeah, they both got balls of solid steel.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jackie Chan would look really good because it'd be all practical.
Yeah.
Best comedy scene on or near a train.
Throw Mama from the Train.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
Yeah, Throw Mama from the
Train.
I love that movie. It just got a 4K from Kino.
God, I was at Barnes & Noble yesterday, and I had my stack that I was going to buy, and I just happened to glance down and look at it, and I'm like, there's Throw Mama from the Train. Damn it.
Yeah, it's not on sale yet. I was at Bull Moose today. I got close. Ninja Scroll. That's what I'm talking about, dude.
Yes.
Oh, man, I haven't seen Final Fantasy Advent Children in like 15 years.
Yeah, that one has some great animation. Like, it looked really good. That was one of my first Blu-rays.
Wow.
Or, early Blu-rays. Like, I got a 2008 slipcover on that bad boy.
Nice.
Let's see. Lots of questions, and we're not going to do a whole bunch of questions. Okay. Sorry, Stacy, but we've got topics we have to get on to. So who wants to go first with their next stack of 5 for us to choose?
I could go first on this one.
Okay.
All
right. My stack. Okay. The first one is I guess you would call it the first of the Big 5 Oscar winners. I've never seen this before, but it happened one night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 1934, Frank Capra. Oh, my God, that might be the one. You hit me with that shit first?
Yeah.
I got that bad boy, and it's a good one.
Oh, so good.
My second one, Mike Lee's Secrets and Lies. My third one is I don't. He's won an Oscar before. I think he's got 2 of them. I still have trouble pronouncing his damn name, but Amoris Peros. Inuritu. Another one. It's a Western. Winchester 73.
There we go. Jimmy Stewart.
And my last one. He's been talked about before on the stream tonight. Another Bob Altman film, The Player.
Ah.
So, go.
I already know what I'm going to choose.
I know what you're going to choose too.
It has to be It Happened One Night.
Yes.
And then text me when you're going to put it in, because I've got the 4K that came with that Frank Capra set. I got that Frank Capra box set with the opening, the doors that open and slide back. And that comes with the 4K of It Happened One Night. And I've been meaning to check it out. I want to watch the 4K. So, like, hit me when you watch it, because I want to pop mine in. We'll sync up. We'll hold hands figuratively, like across great distance. And then we can just, you know, chit chat about what we thought afterward. I just want to hear what you think about It Happened One Night. It's an absolute classic.
I had never heard of it. And then last year when Tim was purging a lot of his movies, I was like, well, you got any good criterions that you're selling that you would say somebody has to have? And he was like, yeah. And It Happened One Night happened to be like one of the 5 or 6 that he said he had that every collector needed to have. I was like, okay. So he sent it to me, and then my mom was like, you need to watch that with your wife. You guys will laugh. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I think you and April will like that one, Johnny.
It's a great one to watch with the wife.
So this one's I already know, you know, Jason, he gave me his, but you're recommending it too, Jeff.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
All
Because I'll watch it as
Happened
well.
One Night.
Because I'll watch it as well. It was
Oh,
good.
dude, yeah. We'll just do like a chat viewing of It Happened One Night.
We'll just do a live stream watch along.
I'd be totally down.
Well,
I don't think it's in the public domain yet, though. So
I gotta figure out how you do that thing where you put like that screener over the.
Oh yeah, I could. I'm not familiar with Restream, but it must be possible. So
Yeah, because you've watched some movies on your channel.
yeah, I just put a little cover over them so YouTube doesn't get mad at me.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to do that.
YouTube is not cool with fair use.
No, they're not.
Well, that was easy. I usually labor over some of these decisions, but It Happened One Night is just such a bang. I really hope that Sony lets Criterion do the 4K. I will double dip on that one. Like, I'll keep the 4K, the Columbia one that I have, my Frank Capra box set, and I will double dip and buy the Criterion 4K. And I'll just own 2 4K copies of that movie. I don't give a shit.
All right.
My favorite decade of film, like that in the 80s, I think are my 2 favorite decades of film. They're just so good.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and start with my 5. I'm gonna start with the one that I've been trying to get you guys to pawn this one off on me to watch for a while, anyways. And that is Written in the Wind. Written on the Wind.
Okay.
Rock Hudson.
Rock Hudson.
The next one this is another one I got from Tim last year, and I had it for the longest time. I still do on HD DVD, but I just never got around to watching it. And that's David Fincher's The Game.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I know it's got Michael Douglas in it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Michael
Sean
Douglas.
Penn.
And I dig him. He makes some good stuff. Falling Down, one of my favorite movies of all time. This was actually like one of my first 5 Criterion Blu-rays. My mom bought it for me, and I just have not got around to watching it. And that's Time Bandits.
Oh, Time Bandits. Do you have the lenticular?
No, it's just the Blu-ray. The lenticular, I think it's the 4K.
I see.
Yeah, it's the 4K.
So, I like if somebody gives me the Blu-ray, I'm not going to be like, oh, you should have got me the 4K. Yeah. And if I open it up and I watch it and I like it, I hope nobody would take offense that I might buy it again myself
Okay,
on
yeah.
4K and then purge the Blu-ray you gave me. Another one. Now I got this one for Christmas this year. My wife got this one for me, and that is Mishima.
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 I got recommended this by James from 20th and 21st movies. He said this was a great one. I haven't seen it, but I hear it's
haven't
really
seen that
good.
since I took an East Asian cinema course as part of my film degree from University of Georgia, and we watched that in my East Asian cinema course, which was taught by a Japanese fella. And Mishima it's like based on a true story. Like that shit really happened. So yeah, it's a good one. It's great artwork on the cover too.
Yeah, I really dig it. It's kind of hard to show it off on a camera because it's got like foil.
Yeah,
It's like gold foil on it.
It looks like some 90s Marvel comic book with like all the foil on the cover and shit, holographic, and it really does pop.
Yeah, it really does. Like I said, I dig it. And then the next one, and I think I've put this one up a couple times too, but Devil in a Blue Dress.
Denzel and
Don Cheadle.
I think I've made my decision for you, Jeff.
Yeah.
I think you'll thank me for this too, but I'm going to go with The Game.
Yeah. I was going to say, I have two. I have The Game and Devil in a Blue Dress.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess
we'll enjoy The Game.
Yeah.
I like what I have seen of David Fincher. So I'm assuming I'll enjoy this. I like Panic Room, things like that. So
yeah,
I'm assuming I'll enjoy it. It's just one of those ones that I had on HD DVD back when HD DVD was a thing, and then it sat on the shelf, and then I became a Blu-ray snob, and my HD DVDs just keep getting pushed further and further.
Do you have a HD DVD player?
I have two of them hooked up and one of them brand new in a box still.
Okay. Well, there you go. That was like a hot minute. I had a buddy who was like converting to HD, and he jumped on it because he was a big Xbox guy. So he jumped on HD DVD format, and he was telling me all about it. He's like, they're going at it with Sony. Sony's got Blu-ray and shit. And he's like, I think HD DVD is going to be the winner. And
I already had.
Later, he was selling them all in a shoebox.
Yeah, I already had Blu-ray. I was already invested in Blu-ray when I started HD DVD. I bought the HD DVD player that I have sitting right here is a Toshiba A23, and I bought it on clearance at Walmart for $50, and it came with 300 and the Bourne Identity. And the Bourne Identity and 300 were $25 Blu-rays each. And I'm thinking, hey, for $50, I get the HD DVD player, and I'll just wait for them to penny out movies. And that's exactly what I did. And then I got something like 50 or 60 HD DVDs.
Yeah.
And then I have an Xbox 360 drive that's hooked up to my 4K OLED. And then I have an Xbox 360 drive brand new in the box that's never been touched.
There you go.
Because you can use those on your PC as well. Because they're just USB drives. But hey, AC DVD's solid. I mean, the film is still there. So, and it's not.
In some
4K,
ways, I think, HD DVD, like maybe it felt like more of a mouthful than Blu-ray. Like Blu-ray is pretty easy to say, but also like Blu-ray, it's like what is that? Like we know what a DVD is. Like everybody, like my grandma knew what a DVD was in 2008. You know what I mean? So like HD DVD is sort of like, okay, I understand what this thing is basically, because even if I don't know what the HD stands for, like what makes it different than a normal DVD, at least I know, okay, it's a disc that I put in a player. It has a movie on it. I watch it. And so I don't know. I think in some ways HD DVD might have been the better, future format to go with. Because
I kind of think so too, just because I know people even still in 2026 that buy Blu-rays as what they like. They'll go to Walmart and they just buy new release movies on Blu-ray, and they call the Blu-rays a DVD. Like I'm going to
I call
Walmart
everything a DVD. Yeah,
I'm going to Walmart to buy DVDs, and they don't come home with a single DVD. It's Blu-rays, but every movie is a DVD to them.
I think, you reached a certain level of brand awareness when your brand name takes over, and it's like it's just chapstick. You don't say like lip balm. You're not like, I'll take Burt's Bees too. You're just like, hey, you got any chapstick? I need, or you got a Kleenex. It's like you don't say tissue. I need a facial tissue. You know what I mean? You just say, I need a Kleenex. You got any Kleenex? Like I'm a little drippy or whatever.
Yep.
That's what DVD is like in that upper echelon of like things that it's like it just means movie on a disc. Like I don't care if it's a 4K or if it's a Blu-ray or if it's an HD DVD or it's just a DVD. They're all DVDs.
I mean, and there's even still there in the United States anyways, there's still some movies that the only way they exist on a physical high definition format is HD DVD. They never got a Blu-ray. And it blows my mind because it's like the Hitcher remake, like that's a great movie. Why is that not on Blu-ray? I mean, it is in Canada, but a lot of people caught on to that, and now that Canadian Blu-ray is like $100 Blu-ray.
It's wild.
Damn.
So it shouldn't. So basically, it doesn't exist. But my HD DVD looks phenomenal and sounds good too. And then I think what's the other one? The Dukes of Hazzard movie with Johnny Knoxville.
Well, there's an essential classic.
There is no Blu-ray, but there is an HD DVD. So you can get it, but that's a Warner Brothers one, so that's a very hard to find working HD DVD as well, unless you import it from Japan. That was my favorite thing about HD DVD is that it was region free, like 4K is. It was region free, and there were movies that we didn't get in the US on HD DVD that came out in Japan because Japan kept HD DVD going for about a year and a half after it was officially dead.
Yeah. The cool thing about Blu-ray is that even though it's region locked, Japanese Blu-rays are also region A. So if you buy a Japanese Blu-ray, it will play in a North American Blu-ray player because Japan is part of region A along with North America. So
yeah, it's China that's the C region.
Yeah, you don't want no China.
Yeah, I almost never see a region C disc. It's always region A or region B.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of region B because the UK, everything's in English, like the whole package is in English. So oftentimes there's not really much discernible difference. Like sometimes you've got to turn the thing over and look to see if it's region A, B, C, or whatever, because you can't really tell.
Yeah, because a lot of times, I mean, I've even found some that are marked region B, but they'll be region free.
Yeah, they're like region unlocked, like it says region B, but it's like the disc itself didn't have any locking put on it, which is nice. Always appreciate when they do that.
Like I've been looking at getting Turbines, their 3D line, and what I love about it is they got all the German artwork and language on the case, but flip art every single one of them, and it's the United States theatrical poster art with English and all that. Like they know that that we're importing them things, and they're like, hey, if we just do this little head nod for them, they'll spend $50 on a fucking 3D disc in 2026. So you got a stack for us to pick from for you?
Yeah, I got a stack of 5. These are all fairly old. I don't think I have anything. My highest spine number is 424. My highest spine number. So I've got a bunch of spine numbers. They're all below 425. So
and are they all DVDs?
They're all DVDs. They're all DVD.
Yeah.
My sign language for DVD. Anyway, first one I got here is an out of print Criterion DVD. They never made it available on Blu-ray or 4K. Obviously not. This one's been out of print for a long time. And I bought it actually, I don't know, 2 years ago. I think I bought it in like 2024. because I found it really cheap. I think I found it for like 10 or 12 bucks at a Bull Moose. That is Pygmalion.
Ooh.
This is, of course, the George Bernard Shaw story about the professor who, on a lark, on a bet, he takes in this like street trash woman, and he it's sort of a is it nurture or nature versus nurture type of story, where it's like our lower born, it's British, so of course they have the idea of nobility, of class systems, and there are there's the nobles, the people who are like higher born, and then there are commoners who are lower born, and she's she's a street urchin essentially. She's not like a prostitute, but she's a street urchin, and she's one of the lowest of the low, and he, being a member of the nobility, just decides, like, I think I can prove to everybody that there's nothing special about us, that we're born with this. It's not genetic. It's, you can turn someone culturally, you can train them essentially. Just like any other beast, we're trainable, and you can teach her to be a proper lady. And he does. And it's named Pygmalion because Pygmalion was a Greek sculptor, I believe, who fell in love with one of his own with one of his own sculptures. And so that's kind of the story, right? Is he's teaching her how to be a real lady, and kind of falling in love with her by accident as well. And it was remade as My Fair Lady, of course. But this is geez, what year did this come out in? 38. So this is from my favorite decade. So I'm due to watch the original version of Pygmalion. I've also got I gotta throw in a Japanese film. I got Samurai Spy. This came with a box set of Criterion's, most of which, I think maybe all 4 of which, are now out of print. It was a box set of 4 movies that Criterion released. They were all samurai films of the 60s. And so Samurai Spy, I never got around to watching. I bought the box set back in 2005. That's how old it is. So I've had this one for 20 years also, and just never really managed to get around to watching it. But I looked at the back. I made sure it was 100 minutes. You're not going to catch me on some 3-hour Japanese movie, Jeff. I know what you're thinking. Yeah. I of course mentioned this. I grabbed Kicking and Screaming.
Nice.
I am 95% sure I've never seen this, although I might have watched it drunk once about 20 years ago. So if it turns out that I've seen it, I apologize. You know what, Criterion? I just opened this and it reminded me what Criterion used to do. They don't really do this anymore, but you see this? This was in the Kicking and Screaming that I just popped open, right? 8.5. Let's see if I can get the autofocus to work. 8.5, but it's a postcard. It just gave me a free postcard.
My Kicking and Streaming has Elevator Gallows.
That's what I'm talking about, though.
And it's a postcard as well.
And I'm never gonna write a note to somebody and lick a stamp and put it on there and send it. I'm just gonna die with this in my possession. But anyway, Kicking and Screaming, also in my 5. I got another one. This is kind of interesting. I've had this one for a long time too. This is a, I don't know, semi documentary. It says that it seamlessly interweaves archival war footage and a fictional narrative. So I guess it's a movie that uses some actual, real documentary footage in its fictional narrative. That's Overlord, a film about World War II, D-Day. Maybe more specifically, you can see those guys storming the beach down there at the bottom. This one, as you can see, look at that, $35 at Best Buy. Can you believe people 25 years ago, people used to pay $35 for Criterion DVD, one disc from Best Buy? It was such a ripoff, because nowadays I wouldn't pay more than $10 for this. But anyway, there's Overlord. Wouldn't mind checking that one out at some point. And then the final one that I got for you today is another DVD. This one's from 1962, only 102 minutes. And it is Mafioso. This is another out of print Criterion. I don't know who's got this one now, but this is out of print. And I got this one at Bull Moose. I don't know, also probably in 2024. I got this one recently. I found it. It was 10 or 12 bucks. I knew it was out of print. So I snapped it up just to try to kind of fill in some of those out of print gaps. And I've never seen it. So this is a Italian film. It's a dark comedy. So it's not like a Goodfellas style mafia film. This is a dark comedy film. And so, yeah, I really don't know a whole lot about this, but I threw it in the pile because I haven't seen it. And who knows? So what'll it be, you guys? What are you going to make me watch this month? Besides it happened one night.
I am leaning towards either Pygmalion or Samurai Spy. I love the story of Pygmalion.
Yeah.
Because it's they remade it as My Fair Lady, and then kind of like a bastardized sister of it might be Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
But I know nothing about Samurai Spy, so I'm going Samurai Spy because I know the story of Pygmalion, but I don't know anything about Samurai Spy.
I can read you the back. It says, years of warfare end in a Japan unified under the Tokugawa shogunate, and samurai spy Sasuke Sarutobi, tired of conflict, longs for peace. When a high-ranking spy named Tatewaki Koriyama defects from the shogun to a rival clan, however, the world of swordsmen is thrown into turmoil. After Sasuke is unwittingly drawn into the conflict, he tracks Tatewaki while a mysterious white-hooded figure seems to hunt them both. By tale's end, no one is who they seem to be, and the truth is far more personal than anyone suspected. Director Masahiro Shinoda's, oh, that's a pretty big Japanese director, Samurai Spy, filled with clan intrigue, ninja spies, and multiple double crosses, marks a bold stylistic departure from swordplay film convention.
Well, you just sold
that
it.
whole description without messing that up.
You sold it. Samurai Spy for me.
Well,
I was going to go Samurai Spy just because it sounded really cool.
Doesn't it sound cool? It's got Homeboy. That must be the white hooded figure, right? Oh, Jesus, come on, autofocus. I don't know why it works so much better in my videos than it does on a stream, but that must be the white hooded figure. He's got like a face mask kind of covering his identity. He's swinging. I don't know what that is, but I don't want to get hit with it.
It looks like a flying guillotine.
Yeah, man. He could be pulling that flying guillotine shit. And then you got some folks, duking it out on the back here. Some samurai kind of in a little skirmish here on the back there. And let's see, what do we got on the inside? We don't really have nothing really to help us on the inside there. That was an easy day for the graphic designer. I got to say, this was an easy day. He phoned it in the day he did this shit. Their graphic designer was just like, whatever. I'm just going to throw some blue on top of some other blue, and we'll just throw the shit in there. We'll just put the title in there, Samurai Spy. We're going to call it a day. It's a Friday. We want to end early. Let's go drinking, fellas.
That was the last artwork he ever did. No.
Yeah. That dude looks like he's about to get it on. He got the sword out in them. I don't know. I'm a sucker for the samurai films, you guys. I am a total sucker for these movies. I love it when any movie that's got people duking it out with samurai swords. I'm absolutely here for that. What's his name? Not Vinegar Syndrome, but the partner label Film Movement. They just dropped a film that came out in 24, I believe. It's a very new film. It's a Japanese film by a Japanese director. It's sort of like, I don't know, Clint Eastwood makes the latter day Western with Unforgiven. It's a very modern retelling of Western. This is the same thing, but with the samurai. It's called Bushido. And they just dropped that. I had to snap that up while they still had the slipcover and everything, because that movie looks badass. The trailer makes it look really, 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 really badass. So I don't know. I'm a sucker for that shit.
Yeah, and that slipcover is going to go out real quick.
Yeah, they only did 1,000 of them. I was like, what are you guys thinking, man?
371 left in stock.
How many?
I'm adding it to my cart. That pre-sale is about to end soon. You gotta be careful. You don't want to miss out on stuff.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to run ahead. I'm not picking up that trash.
I'm picking up. I got to pick up that come back to the 5 and dime, Jimmy Dean.
Oh yeah.
There's another Altman. That's the Altman
that one's almost out of stock already.
No kidding.
Well, I mean, it's got 1200 left, but it's a cinematograph. It'll sell out.
Yeah, that's actually pretty quick for that one. I'm kind of surprised that it went that fast. You know, 1288 left in stock on that one, and that was originally a print run of 3,000. So that's not a huge print run. Cinematograph will do like 5,000 and 6,000 for some of their larger print runs.
Yeah,
the 3,000 is not a huge print run, but this is not a huge Altman film either. I mean, it's Altman, but it's also like a less well-known Altman. So anyway, Bushido looks cool. I can't recommend it because I haven't seen it, but Bushido does look cool.
All right, we're gonna get in the chat here real quick before we wrap things up tonight. See, we got last Sunday I watched Deadfall 1993. It might be what Nicolas Cage's most unhinged role, just to update you guys on my classics radar. A must watch. Okay. It Happened So Night Good. Yep. You'll like that one, Johnny.
Yeah, it really is so good.
Last foreign film you've seen recently? Well, actually, the last foreign film I seen was when we did our stream last month, and I watched that movie Lore, which Johnny, you watched it too, didn't you?
Yeah, I actually liked it.
It was good. Yeah, that was the last foreign film I watched.
I think for me it was La Dolce Vita. I don't think I've seen a foreign film since La Dolce Vita.
Shit, I'm gonna have to look at my Letterboxd.
watching Jay speak is like a religion that I want to be in. You rock, dude. Nice.
Oh, the last one I watched was Peking Opera Blues. I got that Arrow 4K.
Did you get the Arrow or the Shout? Did Arrow put one on?
The hell, I got just the Arrow one.
Okay. Yeah, cool. I got the Shout one because I'm buying all of those Hong Kong cinema classics from Shout. They put spine numbers on them like the Criterions, and I'm like, shit, I guess I'm buying all of these now. So I'm a little bit behind though, unfortunately. Like I said, Arrow's been manhandling me. So
right. Arrow's taking all my bucks too.
Yeah.
You can push it right back to your mama. Yeah, I can. I'll give it right back to you. She wants that time bandits.
Time Bandits
4K.
I think my mom gave me King of Kings, so that's kind of cool.
Video Gizmo. I see Johnny Mnemonic, the Red Soldier from the West, Holland, become communist because it's better to be red than. Gizmo, good evening, sir. No, you don't want to do that. You do not want to make me Lord of all physical media decisions. I don't like a lot of things that are going on that some people do like right now. So, you do not want to make me the Lord.
What's one of your hot takes?
I think still books are ass.
Oh. Over here. Like my preferred format, dude.
I mean, like they're nice and everything, but I think the whole you can only buy your 4K in a steelbook, that's an ass take. I'd rather just have a standard slip cover for most of my 4Ks. I don't think many of them need steelbooks anymore. I don't think a whole lot of them need big old chunky boxes. Like when it comes to like new release studio movies, they could just come out in a standard ass fucking slipcover. It needs to build that cult status for me to be excited for a steelbook. You can't show me a steelbook the same day the movie comes out in the theater and think it deserves to have my $50.
Yeah.
But that's my hot take,
Yeah.
Now I have a whole wall of steelbooks right here. Now I have a whole wall of steelbooks right here. I do like steelbooks. I just don't like that they're locking 4K behind steelbooks.
I'm with you there. Like they ought to give people the option, because not everybody collects those things. So like if you're gonna do a collector's edition, that's fine. Do the steelbook or the chunky for the people who
Or
like that sort of thing.
Or if
Me.
you're gonna do the
And then-
steelbook, put them back in stores. Because my
yeah,
issue with steelbooks is they always come
that's
damaged.
hard. That's
They
hard too.
always come damaged.
Yeah. I get a lot of
And
my steelbooks from Walmart, actually. I get a lot of them from Walmart.
my
I
Walmart
get
gets
some of them
0.
from Bull Moose, so I get to actually like physically like inspect the thing, make sure it's not beat up. I had a copy of Sleepers in my hand yesterday at Walmart. It was their last copy, but it was like I was looking at it and it had a giant dent in the bottom. And I was like, no thanks,
Nope.
not for $30. Put that right back. So
Yeah, see, mine don't get any steelbooks
yeah, that
at all.
sucks.
Like every once in a while, I'll get some old clearance ones that everybody was hyped for last year, and I'm like, well, I already gave up on even wanting that. I guess
Yeah.
thanks. Like
Yeah.
I finally was able to get the Strangers Chapter 1 steelbook like a year after
Yeah.
nobody gave two shits about it anymore.
I was at a Walmart and they had one steelbook. They had a little clearance section of their movies, which I love, but they never have anything in there for me. And they had one final copy, and I almost bought it to scalp it, but they had one final copy of the Ben-Hur steelbook, Ben-Hur 4K, and that was a good looking 4K. So I thought, like I could buy this up for $30 and then sit on it for 6 months or a year, and then drop that bitch out there next year for I don't know $60.
I mean, it's a classic, so it'll always like hold or gain value.
Yeah, and if the steelbook is not available in a year, you know what I mean? Like if everybody else is asking $100 for it on eBay and I'm asking
And even
for
if it is available in a year, it probably won't say first pressing like most of them do now.
yeah.
There are ways to make your money on those things. Yes, AC DVD was nice for the region free. All health. No, I'm not the physical media lord. I just have lots of it. That's all. Yo, we got Dell in here. Maybe it's been like 20 minutes. Thanks for popping in, though, dude. I appreciate it. I know Dell likes a good Criterion. Love it when my friends or family come to my house and say, damn, you got a lot of DVDs. Yeah, man. So I get that from time to time. And so I accidentally found one of my in real life buddies auctioning on Whatnot, and he was selling like DVDs. So I'm like, his voice sounds familiar. So I messaged him on Facebook and he's like, yeah, that's me. He's like, check out my wall. And he has this wall of like DVDs and stuff now. And he was like, I had nothing until I came to your house.
Yeah.
And I seen your wall of movies. He's like, it inspired me. He's like, and I sell all my doubles that I find thrifting to buy the other ones that I want. I'm like, there you go, dude. And it made me feel really good that I inspired somebody that I knew for real, rather than just for them to come in here and be in disgust,
Like that time I got my brother hooked on cocaine. Awesome. Very proud of myself.
I have not seen Exit 8 yet, but I did see that I have access to Exit 8 on the PS5, and I've been thinking about downloading it and playing the game. But that is another movie that everybody keeps forgetting about that's based on a video game that's coming out this year. This year is just chock full of video game movies, and so far pretty decent ones too. I think the only one that was real like kind of a stinker was Return to Silent Hill. Everything else has been pretty decent. Iron Lung, Mario. I hear Exit 8's good.
I'm looking forward to Street Fighter 2, dog.
I think Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat 2. What's the other one? There's another one coming out around the time of Street Fighter, like in the fall.
Resident Evil.
Yeah, a lot of people are excited for that one. I'm not very excited for it yet. I'm a tiptoe into that. I love the Resident Evil video games, and there's never been a good movie. And there's reasons for that, and I don't think this director is going to fix the reasons why I don't think there's a good movie. And I don't think it's his fault. I like his stuff. He did Weapons and Barbarian.
Yeah.
So I like his stuff. So I don't think he will make a bad movie. I just don't think he'll make a good Resident Evil movie, but we'll see. If I stand corrected, I stand corrected. But I just seen the trailer and it seemed like it could have been called something else and
Yeah.
still been the same thing. Dang, Steelbooks rule, dude. Dang. Well, yeah, but Steelbooks rolled a lot better when they were $20 at Best Buy. Now they're 50 and 60.
Yeah, they
And they
definitely
come
have
dinged up.
gone up a little bit.
And they come
That's why I
dinged
like
up.
getting them at Walmart, because at Walmart, the Steelbooks, I don't think I've paid more than 32 or 33 bucks for a Steelbook. And they often have the Shout and Scream ones. That's where I get a lot of my Shout/Scream Factory Steelbooks. And yeah, it's rough when when you first started buying. When I first started buying 4K Steelbooks, I want to say they were about 30 bucks, and they started creeping up there. And man, some of them are. You'll see a Steelbook at a lot of the ones at Bull Moose. They want 40 bucks for a Steelbook. I'm like,
I mean,
dude.
if you actually try to get like a lot of the Disney ones when they go up, which you have to get them when they go for pre-order, or you miss out on it altogether. But if they don't bring that price down, and they haven't on a couple of them, like Deadpool Wolverine, but they do it with every single one of them since then. Every single Disney 4K Steelbook since Deadpool Wolverine, it launches at $54.99.
Yeah.
And then you're to the discretion of whether or not Amazon drops that price.
Yeah, that's
Walmart does not. If you pre-order at Walmart, you're paying $55 for that shit.
That was the Deadpool versus Wolverine thing was sick.
The Deadpool Wolverine thing is when my eyes really opened to what they were trying to do with Steelbooks, and I kind of just gave up on Steelbooks then.
It sort of became like the premium thing. And then, like other companies, like I think Shout is still very reasonable with their Steelbook prices. Like I said, I'll get a Shout Steelbook for 30 bucks for a 4K.
And that's very reasonable.
I feel like that's very reasonable. Although I will say their copy of Little Nicky, the Little Nicky Steelbook, that's a Blu-ray Steelbook.
Yeah.
And they want 32 bucks for that. It's the same price that I paid for Deer Hunter on 4K. Like that should be 26 bucks. I'm sorry.
Honestly, it should be even cheaper, because they're selling the Blu-ray. When they did that 90s side cap at Walmart, they were selling the exact same Blu-ray in the Amaray case for $9.99.
I know. If it only had a slipcover, I would have bought it.
Did it come with a slipcover originally?
It didn't. It's one of those Shout releases that just never came.
And that's what I thought. I mean, I went ahead and spent the $10 because I'm like, I know they're about to bring out the Steelbook. This is just them like purging inventory.
It really is kind of gross that they were doing like a $10. The Blu-ray's worth $10. Like the disc itself is what they're telling you is the disc, the movie with the disc content and everything, worth $10. They're telling you that the Steelbook is worth another $22. It's that just killed me a little bit. I was like, dude, like it shouldn't be the same price as a 4K Steelbook. It definitely needs to be. It's not even a good movie. Like, I'm sorry for you guys who like Little Nicky out there. If it was Billy Madison, I would have pulled the trigger because I love Billy Madison. Little Nicky's not even a good movie. It's a stupid movie. Anyway, it's like easily one of his worst movies. That includes the one where he married Jennifer Hudson at the end.
Oh, Sandy Wexler.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that one.
I'll
probably stay away from it.
Nah, man, it's cute. It's a good movie.
I like Steelbooks. I don't like Criterion Digipacks.
Yeah, I agree with you on the Digipack. The Digipack is a problem because if the spindle breaks, what can you do? At least with an Amaray case, you can slip the artwork out and put it in a new Amaray, and you can replace the case.
Yep.
The disc doesn't move around. But with a Digipack, if the spindle breaks and now it doesn't hold the disc in place, you're fucked. There's nothing you can do. You just have a loose disc for the rest of your life.
Okay, now see, and that's part of my problem too. There were about 75 to 100 stills a year. Now it's 250 a year, and they're flooding the market. Plus, a lot of them are overpriced, in my opinion.
I agree. Like $40 is kind of, $40 and $50, because I do see a lot of Steelbooks. And when it's just one movie, you're just like, dude, why is this $45 at Bull Moose?
I remember last year, everybody was bitching. They're like, oh, they're taking Blu-ray discs out of the 4Ks. That's to make it cheaper.
They're still doing that.
But they took the Blu-ray out and the price went up.
Yeah.
because
And that was not to
because
make it,
you
that was to
used
make
to
it
be
less
able
money
to
for them
get
to produce.
yeah.
That was for them to be more profitable, not to make
Yeah,
it cheaper for us.
because they used to do Blu-ray 4K combo pack for
Yeah.
$29.99. Now it's just a single Blu-ray for $32.99, and if you want the steelbook, it's $44.99.
Yeah.
And the steelbook is how you get the Blu-ray with your 4K now,
Yeah.
because they'll still put the Blu-ray in with the 4K on the
But I mean,
steelbook, but not
I've got
on the
a
standard.
bunch that I bought that don't, like, I bought Jacob's Ladder, and that's a
Mhm.
4K only. I think the other disc is just special features.
And that was
One
Lionsgate
Flew Over the
Limited,
Cuckoo's
wasn't it?
Nest.
Yeah, it was Lionsgate Limited.
No, I didn't buy that. I bought the Studio Canal one. The Lionsgate
Oh.
Limited one sold out, dude. I can't believe it sold out that quick. But yeah, that one's gone, and I didn't like the artwork, so I got the Studio Canal, the UK version. And yeah, a lot of the steelbooks I've been buying lately are 4K only. It's just one disc inside a steelbook. It's not, you don't get the separate Blu-ray. So
Well, you can add the Blu-ray though.
I think the reason why the steelbooks sell more is the reason why chunky boxes and limited editions and boutiques sell more too, is because nowadays all the normies have gone to streaming, or they'll rent the movie from like Apple, whatever, Apple Movies or whatever for $3.99. They'll just rent it digitally, or Fandango or whatever for $3.99. They'll rent the movie digitally. And it's really just kind of hardcore collectors who are still buying movies. It's sick people like us that buy movies still, and we want the nicer, we're not buying like $5 Walmart 4Ks out of the bin with no slip covers. You got sick people like me that, like, I'm not touching Little Nicky if it doesn't have a slip cover.
Well, and like, and to be fair, steelbooks sell more in most cases because I don't think that they really release steelbooks and Amarays at the same time anymore, and they haven't for a couple years now. I think 2024 was when they stopped that. They started doing the standard, and then if you want, or they'll do a steelbook and then they'll do a standard 6 months later, or they'll do a standard and then 6 months later they'll do a steelbook. They don't simultaneously release an Amaray slipcover and a steelbook of a studio movie too much anymore.
Yeah.
So of course steelbooks are going to sell more because people want the movie right now, and that's all they're given to buy. I mean, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
See, Johnny, gotta say, dude, for one specific reason, love you for making me feel seen, knowing you were a pirate back in the day. That's like the most convenient way for me to watch movies and my fam. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to sail the high seas back in the day.
I know. I made a comment or I made a post on Facebook, and one of my buddies was like, well, I just here I am selling the high seas running a Plex server. I'm like, yeah, that's all fine and good till your hard drive crashes and then you have nothing. Because I've had that happen on me before too. Dude, that's gonna cook. Yeah. Alex Garland doing an Elden Ring movie. The 2 new Arrow 4K Conans and the Warriors at $27.90. Now that's a good deal, and I know why they're doing it, because they know that everybody that's going to buy it is everybody that bought the chunky boxes last year, so they got to keep it affordable.
I think the Warriors, I did not buy the chunky box for Warriors, so I'm looking forward to that steelbook.
Yeah, I might pick that one up because I didn't.
And is that online? Because I've never seen an Arrow steelbook inside a Walmart before, like at the location. And I would love to.
Either. The only place I've actually ever seen and outside of Arrow's website is hamiltonbook.com. They're the only ones I've ever seen have an Arrow steelbook that isn't arrow.com.
I bought Weird Science from freaking Best Buy. They did a Blu-ray steelbook. They didn't, of course, for the 4K, they didn't do a steelbook, but back in the day, several years ago, they did a Weird Science. Arrow did the steelbook. They did the Blu-ray, and then a couple years later, or whatever, a year later, they dropped the steelbook. And I bought that at Best Buy. I mean, that's how long ago it was, but yeah, wild.
Oh, yes. To William's point here, people like to talk shit about Shout, but they still release the 4K and Blu-rays together in most cases. Yep. And their Blu-rays are not special feature discs. Their Blu-rays actually have the film on them as well.
Yep. And so does Kino Lorber. Criterion, speaking of Criterion, they're pretty committed to 4K. Like, the only time Criterion doesn't release the Blu-ray comboed with the 4K is if they don't have the rights to the movie on Blu-ray. There's a really rare case where that occurs. And that happened to Shout actually with Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3. They lost the Blu-ray rights to the Sleepaway Camps to Sandpiper. And so when it came time to release the 4Ks, they just released the 4K disc, but they made them cheaper. They were $27 for the slipped editions instead of 32 or 33, which they probably would have been if they'd had the Blu-ray discs there too. So I did appreciate them at least knocking a few bucks off of those Sleepaway Camps for me.
Yeah, I mean, I actually think Shout Factory is probably being the most fair with their pricing nowadays, and it really shocks me because they're not even Shout Factory really anymore. They're Groove.
Yeah.
So it kind of blows my mind. But see, I've not bought any Shout Factory movies from Groove. So I'm still wondering how many of them things come naked without a slip.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that because Groove doesn't guarantee slips. So that's one thing. Like because I have that slipcover sickness, I'll buy a chunky box from Groove or a Steelbook, but I won't mess around. I'll actually go to Bull Moose most of the time for my Shout or Scream Factory slipcovers because I can see that I can literally hold the movie in my hand. I can examine the slipcover, make sure it's not too dinged up or whatever. The corners aren't messed up real bad. Sometimes it's just unavoidable, but like Amazon, I almost never order anything with a slip. I mean, unless it's brand new. Like I ordered Time Cop from them the other day for like $17 for the 4K. And I'm hoping it's new enough that it comes with the slipcover, but also Amazon is pretty easy to return to, if you know what I'm saying, if you catch my drift. And I needed free shipping. So if I return the thing, it's not like they're going to make me pay for shipping. I still got the free shipping, right? I'll just return the movie and, whatever, if it didn't come with a slipcover. So yeah, I'm hoping it does, but yeah, you got to be careful with that because, if you like slipcovers, you got to just go buy the thing from Bull Moose. It's a pain in the ass.
I'm gonna start making my own slip covers.
That's not a bad idea too. We got some friends who do that. So
we do. Yep. we got Outright Turtle in here. My brother, what is up, dude? That is actually my little brother.
Oh, what up? A whole fam in here.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, online now might see them in the shelves at Walmart. He's talking about those Arrow Steelbooks, right?
Yeah.
Especially since they are Walmart exclusives for now.
Oh,
so they re-release them 6 months later as a wide release and they come up on Amazon. Yep. They have been doing that.
I didn't know Arrow was doing anything exclusive with Walmart. I didn't think Walmart was really that interested.
I think Walmart's interested, but they're playing that like, here's the carrot type thing, like we'll give you shelf space, but we're going to just, they just keep dwindling it down and then they rearrange it and then they sell it to this company. Then they sell it to that company. And I think Walmart kind of knows that they're the only game in town besides Barnes and Noble now.
Yeah.
So they can kind of do what they want to do.
I don't plan on getting the Conan Steelbooks, even though I do like Steelbooks. I've got the Conan Chronicles, like the big chunky one.
Now, are they doing both of them in Steelbook?
I was assuming they were.
I hope they are because I didn't get the chunky box, but I was thinking about buying each of the Steelbooks and then having one of our friends make me a chunky box.
Yeah, there you go.
And just kind of change it up a little bit so that way it's just something a little more for me, I guess,
Yeah.
I missed out on that chunky and I ain't paying that price. I mean, I like Conan, but I'll stick with my Blu-rays for now and just get them Steelbooks individually.
Yeah, I do love Conan. And the 4K is nice. The 4K is very nice. I remember watching. I was going
to buy Red Sonja because I heard it was really nice too.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I mean, I just got that one in a week ago or so. But I ate an edible and I was watching the first Conan and I was drinking a beer and I'm just high as a kite watching this movie. And it's late at night and my wife comes downstairs and she's like, "Oh, what you watching?" I'm like, "Oh, Conan." I was like, "Oh, you came in at the best part too. It's so good." And she sits down and she watches that scene. It's the scene in the ancient graveyard, the kind of Stonehenge looking place near the end where Conan fights all those dudes and the spirit of Valeria saves him. And she goes, "You want to live forever," and stuff. It's such a great scene, right? And it ends and it's like, right about to be the end of the movie or whatever. My wife looks at me at the end of the scene and she's like, "That was the best part, eh?" I was like, fuck you, just get out of here. Like, you can't, you're not allowed to watch Conan with me anymore. I don't care how much you beg.
He said, everyone I've got so far has a slip from Groove within a certain time frame. Okay. He said, but my time cop came last week from Amazon, no slip.
Oh, no.
But it depends on what region you're in, too. Your warehouse might have a whole bunch of them with slips.
Yeah.
I got to cross my fingers, but it sounds like I'm going to be. What I might do is go online and, you know, sometimes people are selling slip covers on eBay for like $3 or $4. Sometimes I'll just do that. I'll just order the slip cover and say, like, fuck it, you know? Otherwise, I got to send that bitch back, dude. Kills me.
All right. Well, is there anything else you guys want to talk about this evening, or I think that'll. Well,
I think I've said more than enough.
Next month.
Yeah.
So I think I've said more than enough.
Well, we've got our movies picked out for next month.
Yep.
I'm pretty excited. I don't think it's going to be a whole month. I'm kind of hoping maybe we can get together still before the end of May.
Okay.
So that way we can kind of still get back on 5 for 5. You know, it keeps it a little easier in my mind for the numbers to line up with the months.
Yeah. Okay.
So he said if Jay gets a slip and I didn't, I riot.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to make a video if it comes in. It's supposed to come in.
Look what I got.
Yeah,
I ain't got to worry about that. Mine came with one, so
nice. All right. Well, if you guys want to go around, Johnny, you want to tell everybody where they can find you at?
all right. Again, I'll say it, Jeff. Always a pleasure coming on here and doing these things with you. I love them. You, sir, are a cool kid, as you are, Jay. You can find me here. What's Johnny watching? Here on YouTube, on Instagram, it's Johnny_likes_movies. Tomorrow at 7, my next video drops where I'm showing everybody what I have on my shelf. I can't remember if I'm getting into some of the like the boutiques or whatever. Can't remember what's going on there, but we're deciding to have our premiere on that 7 o'clock tomorrow, and I think that may be just about it.
Hell yeah.
And we all know where we can find the Movie Mass, right?
At Movie Mass 4K here on YouTube. You know, go watch some videos, y'all.
Dude, I love your new intro. I've been digging that for a little while. You know, the one where you're like,
I've done every drug known to man at the same time, and this is the result. And it's usually just 30 minutes. It's like way too long. I can't cut it down enough, and it's just mostly me rambling and making stupid foreskin jokes. It's usually perfectly appropriate. It's like, oh yeah, this guy obviously did fried.
It's perfectly appropriate.
He says the dumbest stuff.
I'm just driving around delivering mail, slinging it out the window, listening to Jay rant about foreskins. And
everyone's
stuff.
just sending me DMs
Very
like, you got 4 college degrees and one of them's a master's degree. You sound like an idiot.
I love it.
Yeah. Like, I'm really well educated and I love the F word. Yeah, I'm an idiot, but yeah, hell yeah.
So
that animation.
So here on my channel, I don't really have much planned, but I do have, I am off tomorrow. So my idea is I'm sitting down. I have a lot of content to film, and then it's just whether or not I actually edit the shit as to whether or not it gets out. That's my biggest issue. I'll make it, and then like a month later, I'm like, oh yeah, I had like 3 videos I made last month. I guess I should edit those and get them out. But I'll be doing that because I got some video game content. I know that Prince, he's been begging me to talk some video games. I have some ideas for video games. I have some ICP stuff I want to talk about too. So just kind of keep an eye out for that. And that's pretty much it. We'll be back in about, I say probably about 3.5 weeks to get back together and talk more Criterion.
Hell yeah.
Until next time, later.